Problem. How we doing?
How's it going, man? How's it
Hey,
going? Yeah,
fuck.
man, how are you doing?
Good. Yeah, it's been like a crazy week, but it's been good. It's been busy, very busy, and kind of up and down. I'm feeling sick as shit, which is annoying.
Oh,
So
you coming down with something?
yeah, past 3 days have just been brutal. You know when it's like you're fucked, and then you have something to do, so you have to like soldier that, and then afterwards you're like fuck, and then it's like customer coming in, soldier it, fuck. So I had all the merger meetings and stuff, and through them I was just like then fucking absolutely switched on as much as you can, and you come out of those and you just bomb. But it's all
I've been there. I've fucking
yeah,
been there. I remember days where when I remember not just because I was out, just because I was off alignment, where I'd pure have to force myself to turn on my computer in the morning. I'd
yeah,
have to conjure up the courage to actually start work.
yeah, man,
It's not the best place to be.
yeah. Well, I think that's what was kind of interesting about you'd sent me a text that was like market research. What do you value, and how, like what are you proud of outside of work? And that that was like I was like fuck, because I think we've discussed it before, but I think. It's weird. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna just bap down what I think the kind of the lay of the land was or what's happened, and then how we can basically hopefully work on it going forwards.
Okay.
So I think that I don't know how much of my story you know, but essentially I got into this when I was coming out of school. I said I'll give it a year, we'll give it a shot, we'll see what happens. And then I came in and being super enthusiastic, and obviously I was always raised very much like a dad's boy. We were going motocross riding. I was helping out, all this kind of thing,
Hmm.
always helping with the work, always about really high expectations. So from that, your work ethic's built pretty, it's quite intense. Like if they say do something, you're doing it. There's no fucking
Yep.
question. It's just like we're doing it. So I think from that, started working and it was really interesting and everything was new and we were trying new things because it was COVID. So I came in COVID, which means it was kind of really quiet and a chance to look at ideas and everything. So we started doing that and then we tried a few things and it was all going good and I was getting right deep into it. And then I had no idea how to kind of look after myself. So I had no idea how to put me first, like prioritize me or any kind of thinking about me. It was always about just like impress people, make like do the best I can at work, da da da. And I think the real issue has been never catching it. So like that
Hmm.
year one was like great. I was like, fuck, this is crazy. And then I have like a Christmas and you kind of catch up and you feel all right. And then year two, and I think the real issue was when I got rid of the staff because people in here had been here for a very long time and it had been so up and down with being 15 people and then the big bank crash and they pulled the money in the machine and all this kind of thing and so all went downsized. Jeff done a merger with a company. Again, I don't know if I told you this, but they just completely fucking basically just robbed him blind of all his stuff. So he sold the deal was, I mean, DPI was dying because the bank's pulling all the money. So they had
Hmm.
massive premises to build these machines and not the money to finish the project. So Jeff knew, right, we got to make a move. So he spoke to a company that was kind of, they were saying, what we'll do is the same kind of thing we're offering the guys today or recently over the week. He was saying, right, what we'll do is we will come into your premises, we'll bring all the machines, we'll bring all our customers, we'll do all the work and you cover all the bills and everything. And at the end of that, we'll half the profit. So basically, a company gets half the profit to facilitate you doing the work for a period of 5 years. Then Jeff leaves it, leaves them with the customers and all that kind of thing. And what happened was he came in, he brought all the machines in, and after about like the first 3 months, they started like changing locks and stuff, and it was all a bit mad. And then just eventually one day was like, yeah, this isn't fucking happening, get out, and they were just left with nothing. So basically, Jeff, Nikki, Blair, and Paige, who were obviously working at the time, were like, "Fuck." Obviously, they were all like, "What do we do?" We're all, "Fuck it, it's all dead." But Jeff, because it's his thing, he was obviously thinking, "Right, how do we solve it?" And then that's when he started phoning customers, getting them back on board, printing from the house, and that's where he printing from the house. I started to be around it more and coming into it, and I think The issue was, so they've all been there for a long time and been through a lot, and they all needed a change. So me coming in and shaking things up and like being a kid, being the boss's son, and kind of really trying to improve things just rubbed them up the wrong way. And they were both like, "Fuck it, we're out of here." So essentially, because of me, everyone left, which I then was kind of like I was doing everything. So I was like, fuck, this is a lot of stress. But I never knew how to speak about it because obviously, as you might also understand, with your dad, it's like it feels weird to be we never really got that asking for help thing. Although every time I have, he's been able to help and he said you always have to ask and all this kind of thing. I think I always let it get to extreme, like totally fucked before I said anything and I had to be pulled up by other people. So I seem to have this thing where in the moment, I can feel all right. So moment to moment, I can feel okay. So even if it's all so fucked in this 1 second after like a sleep or something or after a little lunch, I can be like, right, cool, I'm good to go again. And I think the problem with that is it's I never see I'm not able to do your kind of zooming out and saying, right, hold on. There's terrible fucking this has been terrible for months. You need to change it. I'm very much like I can survive today, I can survive today, I can survive today. And I think when you run that for too long, you don't zoom out. And then the problem was every time I zoomed out, I was already past the pretty much past the point of being able to pull it back. So I zoomed out and went, whoa, I'm doing too much and it's way too much stress. And everyone's kind of like, well, there's no fucking staff. What do you want us to do about it? So I was like, oh
Mm.
shit, I'll get back to work essentially. So I think there's just been this cycle of doing that for so long where things got harder and harder and harder. And then I'd kind of have an outburst where I was like, dude, I can't fucking do this, it's too much. Did the do. And then Jeff would be like, okay, cool, we'll work on it. You should have said we'll sort it. And then that makes me feel better. But then the problem is because I feel better, we just go back to the way it was, nothing gets sorted.
Mm.
So we've done that for so long that I think over the past, I've always struggled with that, as we've spoken about before. I've always struggled with that kind of identity thing of is this my thing, is it not? So that's always been playing on my mind. But I think that's also just been a family business and stuff. I get it, kind of comes with it.
Yeah,
I think
you've got shoes to fill.
exactly. But I think there's the whole like just riding into the fucking ground until I need like I have no, I'm just fucked. I think the problem is for the past say 2 years, it's been more about the survival of it. You know that way it's like it's more like fuck. If I can get through this section, if I can get through this section, I'll have a holiday. Then that'll save my ass, and then I'll. And none of it's been so long, not for enjoyment, but for surviving. That I think what's happened is it was actually a wee bit after your video of that kind of how you perceive things and self-sabotage. I think I've been so focused on the bad and surviving, which is ridiculous because it's a great life. Like I've got it all good, but I think I've been so focused on the bad for so long that I don't allow myself any joy. Like I don't allow myself
Mm.
I'm so busy going, this is so shit that something good might be happening over here. And I'm like, nah, I don't have time for this right now because this is so bad. And it's just I want to try and I want to build a routine and I want to set some goals because I also feel I do that a lot where I'll set a routine, feel good for a couple of weeks, but fall off. Or I'll set some goals, feel great. Like after Christmas time, I was like, damn, Trevor, fucking, this is the one. And then start a bunch of stuff. And then it just, again, it fizzles. And I think I'm left in that position of like back to fighting and back to struggling. And even if it isn't a struggle, or someone else could look at me and go, dude, you're not like sometimes you'll be like, we're not even doing that much. You're just always running around like a fucking idiot. And that and that for me where I kind of realized that and I'm like, shit, it's over the past couple of days and you asking like, what do you enjoy outside of work? And I'm like, oh nah, for me there is no outside of work. And I realized I was like, that's the stupidest fucking thing. And also I was chatting with that guy with the merger yesterday. So
Mm. Yes, read the message.
it was so interesting to kind of hear what he was saying. Unfortunately, it's not for him because he has his business so well set up. He has a disabled kid and he's got like he runs ultra marathons. So his life and business is set up to facilitate that. So he, like at the drop of a hat, he needs to be able to look after her, take days off, all this kind of thing. So he was saying, look, I don't think I can give you the commitment you're looking for. And again, that's makes sense. But I think for me, what like the stories he was telling, he was like, we were doing, there was nights or there was a night where he made like £220,000 because they'd done so many railway stations. And like just the way he was telling about it, it's one of those really passionate, like you worked so hard and pulled this off and it was amazing. And I can relate to those. I've got my own little taste of them from like the Six Nations or doing jobs. So I know that I want to do this, but what I seen from him was he was always enjoying it. And Jeff could do it because he was always enjoying it. And I think,
Yeah.
Jeff came out of that getting shafted because he was like, fuck it, let's go. Like, what next? You know what I mean? Like, let's have some fun. And I think with my intensity and my seriousness and my lack of ability to kind of know how to balance, I think I've just killed the joy to the point if something hard came along to me, I'd crumble. Like I wouldn't, but you know what I mean? Like if something see like a member of staff left, I'd be like, oh my God. Instead of thinking, there's more. Instead of like being chilled about it, I'm so focused on the negatives. And I really do think it's more of a focused on that. I don't think my life's bad. I think it's great. And I think if I can add some little bits of joy to it and then start getting a bit of out of work, relax, in work, work hard mix. I think right now it's just this grey, like bland, straight line that I've got no enjoyment of. So I'm not enjoying in here, which means I'm making enemies, I'm struggling, I'm annoying people. Then I'm going home and I'm just like sitting at home like, fuck. And then I'm coming back in here, bringing that same energy, and it's all just fucking, it's not right, man. It's not right. So it's just basically, that's kind of everything that's been on my mind. And I think, obviously, as we've discussed again, I'll keep going a wee bit. As we've discussed again, I think the flat is a perfect opportunity to build my routine because it's so hard to build. Well, again, I don't like to make excuses, but I think
No, I get it. You live at home, it's hard.
it's been hard to. What the fuck? I don't know me, and
I came into my own when I got my own space.
yeah, it's like because you just it's shit like getting up early and doing a fucking row or a walk or a morning coffee somewhere, something that gives you that little bit of energy. I don't have that. I think I've been chasing. I've done that where I've turned my brain to like, as we've said before, as soon as I get to there, I'll be happy. And then I
Mm,
get to there, I go, fuck it, there. And I go and I'm there. And it's more just like carrying this massive weight up a hill that just never ends. You never get there. So
yeah.
I think it's about trying to slow down and open my eyes and be like, dude, you love this. There's parts of it you love. No one could love all of it forever. So you need to find a way to and I don't want balance. I don't want that like my sister loves to work and then go home at this time and switch off. I don't want to do that. Like I want alignment where I'm always like we chat about work, but we're also kind of not working. It's
Yeah.
that way, like I want that alignment where my life, I want to be talking to people thinking, oh, they might be a great business help. Like maybe I could network with them or I could work with them. I want to always be thinking about work, but not in the same like grindy way. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I
And
get you.
conclude. And conclude. Fucking
I
hell.
get you. What's It is absolutely crucial to start of a business and periods of business. There are going to be late nights. There are going to be fucking early mornings. There are going to be hard pushes. Like 100%.
Yeah.
I fuck been there, man. Like there are always going to be periods, usually particularly at the start, where you have to push very, very hard. You have to mold it into what it is you want it to be. It takes a lot of commitment, takes a lot of time, all of that. Um, but there should be a drop off of in time of commitment as you progress and go on.
Yeah.
And what's wild in 2025, this is an American statistic, so it's not UK based, but I think America has a larger population, so that still applies. 88% of businesses in America depended on the owner CEO being there.
Hmm.
So if the owner or the CEO isn't there, then the company crumbles, right? So you're really looking at 10%, well, yeah, 1/10
Yeah. Yeah.
of all businesses that are in a place where they are free, right? And I think that's very, very fascinating. I think that's very interesting. If you look at one of the most successful companies that ever been made, right? Ford, Henry Ford, right? Don't know if you know anything about the backstory of that, right?
Yeah.
But Henry Ford knows nothing about cars. He doesn't know what an engine block is. He doesn't know components of cars. He doesn't know how to tune a car. He knows absolutely nothing, right? But he's made one of the most successful car companies of all time, a known brand in every single household, right? How did he do that? He did it by not doing it all himself. He had the vision. He knew what he wanted to build. He knew what cars he wanted to make, right? He didn't know how. So he built a business that allowed him to be able to do it. He went and hired the best staff. He went and made the best systems and protocols. He went and got the best things in the world and put it all into the one place. And then once he got everything and put it all in the one place, he then went, well, I'm out. I'm done. Don't fucking ask me anything, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you wouldn't go to Henry Ford and get him to fucking fix your car because he doesn't know. But you would absolutely go to his company and go, okay, yeah, you guys can fix my car, or I'll buy your car off you because it's a great car. So like that to me is massively inspiring because when I grew up being in the same household like you were in with a dad who was working hard and was making success. Obviously, my dad's had some major points of setbacks like your dad has had. I saw that life that he was living and I went, no. And what is fucking wild, what is wild is most entrepreneurs, CEOs, whatever you want to fucking call it, right? They'll work in 100-hour week to avoid working a 40-hour week being told what to do.
Uh, yeah. Yeah.
And and I was like, okay, I want to build a business. I want to build it the way I want it, right? And yes, there has been like no doubt times that that isn't the case, where I've worked crazy hard, I've done too much. There are still points to this day where I do 12, 14-hour days, right? There are. But what I have made sure is that I'm not the 88% of businesses that the businesses run them and the businesses run their life.
Hmm.
Because in doing that, you're sacrificing way more than just time. You're sacrificing your energy, your identity, enjoyment, fun, spontaneity, your body, your physique, your health. Like there's so much that goes into it that you actually end up losing when your business runs you.
Hmm.
And now you were speaking there about like you actually messaged me balance last night, and then you're speaking there about your sister about like she wants balance and she wants to be able to like just go into work, work a 9 to 5, and switch off and do something else. That's unfortunately like our generation now. Our generation will not like if you. I speak to a lot of team leaders,
Yeah.
and you're probably the same. I speak to a lot of guys that run are high up in management positions or run their own companies, whatever. And they see that our generation just want to go in, get paid a salary and leave. They've got no work pride, they've got no ethics, they've got no drive. They're not going to go above and beyond because they're not getting paid to, right? Now, we're not the same. We're not the same as that. And that word balance to me just means what exactly you've just said, right? Go
Hmm.
into work, you compartmentalize, you
Yeah.
suffer through the day, and then you go home and then you compartmentalize and you completely shift. And that's when you live for the evenings or live for the weekends. That's when you have to take the escape from the holiday or from the work by going on holiday
Yeah.
or fucking desperate for Christmas to come up or desperate for bank holidays to come up where you get days off and you don't have to go into work.
Hmm.
Right. That's the life that you have to escape from.
Yeah.
Me, to me, I've never fucking taken holidays.
No, no.
I've never taken a single bank holiday,
Yeah.
right? Um, because truthfully, I don't have balance. What I want and what I've created is everything is how what would be the word for this? Like by design,
Yeah, yeah,
probably.
yeah.
There's maybe a better word for it, but like it's not so much of balance because I only take one day off a week, right?
Yeah.
So like if you were to look at it under that umbrella of just pure balance, I probably don't have balance,
Yeah.
right? I spend a lot of time in gyms. I spend a lot of time speaking about gyms. I spend a lot of time like doing this stuff. But then like I also want to be able to wake up early and go do my cardio and work out like I did this morning.
Hmm.
After this call, Amy's starting work a wee bit later this morning. I absolutely want to be able to go for a quick coffee with her, go walk, get a coffee, come back, go do some work. I absolutely want to be able to make a good lunch, right?
Yeah.
And this can look different for different people, and like it could be like a parent wants to be able to do the school run,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah.
Tonight, tonight I want to be able to do like I want to work hard today so I can spend some quality time with Amy tonight. I'm actually going to link up with a client as well tonight, so I have to do some quality work so that I can like get that time, right? So like it's not balance per se because going for a coffee is maybe going to take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, nothing crazy, right? But it's having the flexibility to do what I would like to do and then feel energized and feel good for doing the work and
Yeah.
what needs to be done. And that's really the life that you need to create is having it by design instead of being forced into it. Instead of being up, skip breakfast to go chase work, feeling stressed and anxious and urgent, then neglecting yourself all day, probably skipping lunch, probably skipping even having any downtime throughout the day,
Hmm.
to then work on past everyone else when they're working. And then by the end of the day, you're so absolutely fucked that you've just got nothing left. So like if I was to to suggest anything or speak about anything, taking the Henry Ford analogy and from working with guys that are leaders and their companies, and from knowing where you're currently at and what you're currently doing, you cannot spend your entire day doing the £10 salary stuff. You need to spend your day doing the £1,000 salary stuff.
Yeah.
The £1,000 per hour stuff versus the £10 per hour stuff, right? If you are the one that is doing the £10 per hour stuff, you are stuck. You are limited. You're pulling yourself in. You are in a place where you can't grow. Because really, if you look up the time commitment
Yeah.
and the growth potential between £10 per hour and the £1,000 per hour stuff, you need to be more in that area. And one of the biggest issues, if we take Henry Ford, uh, is for the example, he he didn't do the mechanic shit. He didn't. He delegated.
Hmm.
He he got people to do it the way he wanted it to be done without him being there. And now that needs to be done. You need to be able to delegate. You need to be able to let people do it on their own. If they're gonna fuck up, let them fuck up and learn. If you if you need to hire more, you need to hire more. And like, see right now, would you say that when you hire someone, that the job that you are giving them, is it more or less complicated than working in McDonald's?
Much less. Sorry, more or less complicated. Probably the same. It's the same kind of idea.
Right, okay. McDonald's, hundreds of thousands of staff, crazy turnover, can hire crazy amounts within a single week,
Hmm.
right? If it's the same, right? What's McDonald's doing that you aren't? Well, all they've done is came up with a system and a procedure to hire people.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like they made it so simple to get someone
Get
in the door,
get through
and then
the
they've made a procedure to train them up and get them in,
yeah.
so that person is now no longer a person. That I know there's
I
McDonald's
know
and
you
there's
mean.
just like high numbers. That person just operates off of a fucking to-do list.
Yeah.
They cannot get it wrong because all they've done is came up with a procedure to hire people and then a good way to train them.
Yeah.
That's it. They can be
Well, that's
trained with it.
that's exactly what I'm trying to do in production. Everything because it's came on a lot where I think it's at 90% to the way of me being more of a manager than a doer. In the way if someone says, "Oh, where's this?" There's a place for it. And like, what's next? You look at this. Like all that systemized, where if someone asks me, I don't say it anymore. I know I go, well, obviously you check the calendar at this point, find out what the next task is, go and scan it into Clarity and go from there. So that's what I've been working on a lot, to put in place the systems that allow me that kind of space.
So like if I know my business operates on a completely different level, and I still have a team, right? It's just a different team. It's like a one-to-one team kind of going like so many different ways instead of like a bundle,
Mhm.
right? And but the time commitment I put in with someone at the start is great, right? Significant. Like I had a guy start last week, and from the space of Tuesday to I think Tu was it Tuesday or Wednesday to Sunday. Um, I spoke to him for at least an hour every single night, bar one.
Yeah,
Right?
just putting in the time.
Yeah, to get him where he needs to be.
Yeah,
Then, what I have, the final phase of my program is called Summit, right? I'm super hands off in that point. Like I'm just like go do it. Like
yeah, yeah,
if you've got issues, right, come to me and we'll work in them together. But I'm not like micromanaging them. I'm not on top of them. I'm not telling them how to think, what to do, blah blah blah. I'm just like, okay, if you need help, you come to me and I'll guide you and then go. So like those guys are at the summit level. It's funny because I used to feel bad about this, right? I maybe speak to them like once every fucking 2, 3 weeks,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? But they're just cruising. They're just doing it,
yeah,
right? They don't need me there all the time. And like that's the journey that you need to take people through, right? And like if you look at my clients in the framework of your staff,
hmm,
right? I've had a lot more staff and a lot more experience doing the stuff to get them to where they need to be to get them to that
yeah,
summit
yeah,
point, right? Where they're maybe not where they like the summit maybe isn't the goal that they want, but they're at the place where they could get to the goal pretty self-efficiently.
yeah,
And like for you, if we were speaking about like, okay, there's going to be times where you have to do the long nights and the early mornings. Well, that right now is probably a period that you need to go into to allow you to get out to the other side, delegating.
yeah,
Because the single biggest thing that's keeping you back is that you are doing the £10 per hour work, I don't know, £10 salary stuff versus the £1,000 per hour stuff.
yeah. Well, I know for a fact that if I don't move it forwards, no one's going to. So all
Exactly.
the time I'm not moving it forwards, it's like a train on a line. It's just here. And as soon as you put in like a morning hour or whatever, you move it like that. And then as soon as you're back to doing the fucking production, it's just staying again. So
So like that is where the we work, me work, be work is so important,
hmm.
right? Because that's the only really three things that you need to do every single day,
Yeah.
right? And that's what I wanted to help you clarify is like so me work is you working on you, your personal development, your mind, your fitness. We work is working in a team, being a leader, helping people. The B work is the growth work. It's the stuff that builds your future,
Yeah.
right? So right now, you're not looking at those as they are. You're just kind of like fucking scattering paint all over the wall,
Yeah.
seeing what happens, right? Or like
You
throwing
get
shit at the
pissed
wall and see
off.
what sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like because of that, you're not doing any of them very well. You're not you're not being a very effective manager, leader because people are getting frustrated, you're making enemies. You're not taking care of yourself. And because of that, you're going into work and you're heated and you're not good. And then you're not living a life, right? You're just fucking seeing what life has to show for you.
Yeah.
And then like I would maybe say like you are probably you've got future, you're implementing stuff into like the B work, you're getting the flat,
Yeah.
you're making the merger happen and stuff like that. So that's maybe quite good.
But it's
But
that it's like that's I'm already say doing 110% we work not very well. So adding on one of those little tasks nearly fucking kills me. You know what I mean?
mm,
I like just get the merger call booked and I'm like, oh fuck, right, okay. Okay, right, let's build myself up. And I'm not nearly see how calm you are right now. I like literally trust you and have calmed down just because you're calm. But if you come into a meeting with me on a normal day, it'll be like, okay, what have you got, man? I got like 3 fucking seconds. Let's go. And it's like everyone's like, what the fuck? And when we were first talking about a merger with me and Jeff first talking about it, I was like, okay, we'll just give them fucking whatever they want. We'll give them whatever they want because we need it. And I was so desperate because I need out this. I'm like, I need out this phase. I need out this phase. Like we'll do it.
see,
And that
may
just,
I be brutally honest with you?
yeah, man, please.
This might hurt your feelings a wee bit,
It's
right?
okay.
Um, last time I was at the hair, Ryan, we were
Yeah,
speaking about you, and I was saying like how fucking like how what you've been doing, like how like proud I am of you, how you're progressing, all this stuff. And like it came up being like super nice, like how nice he is. Like I think Ryan said like you had the heart of gold, like whatever. And then it came up uh that we both agreed that it would just take one bad guy to enter your life that would rip you the fuck off, that would take full advantage of that, that
mm,
would take your good-heartedness and your urgency and use it for their advantage and just fucking rip you apart. Because I've made that mistake before. Fuck,
so
I've had I've had clients pay me like or like not pay me. Like
yeah,
I've taken a deposit, worked for a couple of months. Like I said a couple of times this has happened, and I've learned from it for now. But I've signed the guy up for a year, taking a deposit, right? And taking a couple £100 deposit, but they still owe me fucking thousands of pounds,
yeah,
right? And it comes to the time to pay the remaining balance, and they're like, "Ah, fuck it." So there's like 3 months could have gone by,
yeah.
and they've seen progress, they've seen results, and they fuck right off. I've had a guy, I had a guy fucking
That's so
hit,
sorry, but that's so fucking true.
yeah,
Like you
yeah.
guys think that's so fucking true, man. And it's yeah,
So like because you have this urgency and this stress and this like you need to fucking go, 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 move forward at all times, and you're obsessed with the money, obsessed with the growth, which you are, because it's hard not to be, right? Um, you could very easily get yourself in that trap.
yeah. No, it's so true. And just to build on it, like the flat and everything, because I have such little time, if I see something that I like you were saying, oh, the camera lens, I'm a bit impatient. With me, it's like stupid, just stupid. Like if I seen that flat and I liked it, and I'm like, that's because my brain goes, that's a solution to like all your problems. I met the guy who's like, you know what? You just give me this for it, a bit of this, bit of that. I fucking do it, even if it wasn't worth it, even if you're overpaying. Like, I think I get so, like you're saying, that urgency and that, like, I'll just do it, man. If it solves my problems, I'll do it. And that's my attitude, and it needs to, I need to be very careful, like you're saying, because one person that came along that was smarter and more kind of wicked and switched on, they just fucking rinse it.
Yeah, man, like that's a mistake. Oh fuck. That's a mistake my dad made. Um, big one. He went into business with a guy when he was in construction, doing construction. He then went into insulation. He set up a business with a guy 50-50 split. And his name was Duncan. Duncan looked like a snake. Duncan looked like you could look at Duncan and go, yeah, that guy,
Yes.
he's a dick, right? Like just small, he's small. I think he was like 5'8", had his fucking long hair like sleeked back every single day, like fucking horrible shit. And you look at me, and you just go, "You're a rat." Like you can tell from a mile off. Did the fucking rug pull, like tried to fucking or did fuck my dad. Like my dad had to set up a new company because of like what he did was taking money out of the business, fucking everything, like the worst of the worst. So the only way that you stop that urgency, stop this like panicked motion
Yeah.
that you're in right now is by doing the B work or doing the me work before anything else. There literally is nothing more important than you. The business is not more
Yeah.
important than you.
Yeah. 100%.
Like it's fucking like it's so hard to tell that, but there is, right? Like if you were to think, right, I like to pose this question to guys quite a lot, and I can actually give you the answer, and I know who you'll probably say. Do you think there's anyone on this planet that runs a similar business to you that maybe even does more, the more successful, maybe works more, but has the time to do the B work, is doing it with fun, doing it with enjoyment, doing it with a smile on their face? Fucking Hormozy every
Like, I mean,
morning.
there's like 100, even you would be an example.
So like the only difference, the only thing that stops you being there is what you were saying at the start of the call. You're focusing on the negatives.
Hmm.
You're focusing on the urgency, the chasing, the fucking like. What was it you said to me like 3 weeks ago? It was like I've always thought it should be hard, and I was like, yeah, well, no wonder it's fucking hard because you made it hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like the only thing that is keeping you in a lack of routine, that's keeping you stuck, is meaning that you're like volatile with like other stuff that you genuinely care about. If we like look at your fitness and stuff like that, like
yeah,
I know for a fact your routine is better than what it was, but it's not where you want it to be still. And that's something that you genuinely care about. It's something that makes you feel good. That has like a massive net positive in your life, in your head, and in your energy throughout the day. And like even something as valuable as that, you're knocking down the pedestals. Even stuff like that gives you like genuine fun and enjoyment, you're knocking down the pedestals,
yeah,
which is like there has to be more to life.
yeah. Otherwise, it's no point. I think that's the problem. I'm. Is that you seen that meme? It's like the bird in the cage. He's like holding the bars, and there's no other bars. There's just two bars.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I think that's kind of I think where we're at now. Obviously, that's a bit tongue in cheek because shit is quite hard now. You know, we're doing tons of work, well understaffed with so many ideas going on. So there's work to be done. There's a lot
Yeah,
going on. But I do think that I'm a wee bit like this.
yeah.
There's
So
fucking no
like
bars.
genuinely in your week right now, in your week right now, what is one thing that is costing you time and energy?
I'm not sure because there's just the work. Like there's not, I mean, the work is costing me time and energy, but I don't think there's much that I'm doing I don't know if I could pick something that's costing time and energy.
So there's nothing in work that you think, you know what, see if I stop doing that, that would save me a couple hours a week.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is. I'm just wondering how I could. Yeah, yeah, no, there is for sure. I mean,
Okay,
everything's a bit like that. Like
okay.
anytime I'm in productions like that,
So what would be the cost? What would happen if you stopped the production work?
I do think we'd see some problems because I don't think the guy we've got in with the team we've got is not capable of doing it on their own. So they do need someone.
Okay, what would those problems be?
Yeah, starting to like fall behind on work, quality probably slipping, that kind of thing. So things that do matter.
Okay, so if you started to fall behind in work, what would the negative of that be?
Lose customers, kind of lose credibility. If quality goes down, everything starts to take a bit of a hit.
So if you're saying like maybe you and him could get are more productive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're more productive in one single day. And if you were to subtract yourself, it maybe take him 3 days to get the same amount of work done.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Is that much of a negative? If you just said to people from the get-go, okay, we'll get that to you by instead of 5 days, 7 days.
Hmm.
Is that much of an issue? If if like
It wouldn't be
so
because
like
it allowed me to get staff in and then never have a
okay,
problem.
so what I really like to do with my clients is I will pre-warn them about stuff, obviously,
Okay.
but I like them to fail.
Yeah.
Like I like the one of the things that I do at the very start is I say, okay, I'm not going to help you with nutrition at all.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, all I want you to do is for the remainder of this week, try. Right? Scan your food, try, well, see where you're at. I never ever expect anyone to do well at it,
Yeah.
ever. But what it does is it allows me to see where they're failing and to address those issues. Instead of being like, okay, here's all the common failures, let me just cram everything down your throat so that you never ever make one of these mistakes.
Yeah.
If you can, if you can, as a team member, as a leader, help someone overcome something that they're struggling with, plus the caveat of help them overcome something that they are struggling with by making them think that they've had the idea, they'll never struggle with it again.
Yeah.
Right? So like if I go like if someone says to me, "Oh yeah, I'm really bad for skipping like dinner or lunch," I won't just go, "Okay, here's the 10 things that you can do to fix that." I'll then go, "Okay, what do you think you could do to fix it? How do you think every night you could eat your dinner?"
Yeah.
Right? Because I know the answers, right? I know what could work. But if they come up with the answers, I don't have to fucking tell them anything. I don't have to teach them. We've together came up with answers and they're 10 times more likely. I don't then have to go, oh, by the way, did you remember to do that habit so that you get their dinner?
Yeah.
No, because they're already doing it because it's their fucking idea. So like these negative things, right, might not actually be catastrophic.
Hmm.
Yes, like what you just started to do was catastrophize.
Yeah.
Fucking lose customers, lose money, go out of business, fucking broke, no house. Like just because you stepped off the production line.
Yeah.
But even if you just went, okay, 50%. Like what if you look at your week right now, if you go back and reflect on this week and be like, this is the amount of time I spend on the production line and go, okay, I'm gonna spend 50% less next week. See what happens. It
Hmm.
probably won't be perfect. It won't be as good as right now, but it'll allow you the opportunity to grow. Right? It might mean that you can go home earlier. It might mean that you don't need to go into work as early. It might mean that you can chill the fuck out and just have the space to come up with the thousand. I don't know why I'm struggling to say that. Thousand
Resilient.
pound per hour work.
Yeah.
So like the frame of mind really is like the shift is if you're trying to fucking strong arm everything in business, the business will own you. And that will then mean that you can't live the life that you want to live.
Hmm.
You can't.
And the thing
So
is,
like
this thing is exactly as you're saying. If I had done it, a life that I was enjoying and doing shit that I liked, I'd be so much better. That's the most like ridiculous thing.
so like what could you do today that would bring
So,
yeah or you?
yeah.
So what is one thing that you could do today that would bring back a wee bit of energy and a wee bit of fun? I know you're still at work. What is
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing that you could do, one
Do you mean out with work or in work?
whatever? How could you bring energy and fun into your day right now?
Honestly, probably stop thinking about the million things I have to do and just focus on the one thing because we have a massive job in production right now. I think if I just got involved, I really enjoy it when I do that. I only don't
Okay.
enjoy it when I go, oh, fuck, I'm doing this, but I should be doing a million other things. So I think if I said today, I'm just going to get that job finished, work with a team, and have a productive day in that sense, bit of tunes on, I think that would be a good finish.
So by the end of the day, if you did that, you would be proud in the work that was done.
Yeah.
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 Okay. What would be the million other things that you should be doing instead of that?
So I really need to get on Midge staff outreach. So I need to build up the LinkedIn and the Instagram for Modular Inkjet.
Why
And
the
then
fuck are you doing that? Why are you not just hiring a fucking hiring team? Go hire an acquisition team. Why are you even trying?
only because I do kind of get what you're saying, but we know kind of who we're looking for, if that makes sense. So it's students. So we're looking for students coming out of uni and we're getting them it's like an opportunity to do, it's like a project.
Hmm.
So we got two of them. I gave out flyers. We got two. They were amazing, but they were too busy at the time. But I feel like all we need to do is do that again times five different unis as opposed to just Glasgow Uni, and we'll be set.
So if we were to go back to the Henry Ford thing,
Yeah.
do you think Henry Ford was hiring fucking uni students? Right? Do you think that if you made a description of what the job entails, right?
Yeah.
The categories, whatever, you got it pretty detailed and put that out to hiring companies, that they wouldn't be able to be way more effective than you are and consistent with it.
Talking about
Because
LinkedIn
like
hiring and all that.
LinkedIn, they have access to like call lists of like just fucking crazy amounts of numbers, and they'll just cold call people for you, or they'll DM people on LinkedIn, or they'll email people with job offers. Like, because like I have setters.
Hmm.
I have people that fucking set calls for me. That
Really?
like are in the DMs.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sick.
so like I made a mistake with this before, and I'm actually going through the process of refining it. So I've worked with two or three in the past, right? But I didn't teach them well enough. I didn't give them well enough. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to find one more, two more, right? And I'm in the midst of creating a full workbook of how I communicate, how I like to sell, how I would handle things, client proof, client testimonials, client written messages, what I do, my offer, how I get results, how I communicate, my like YouTube videos. I recording these and I'll send these out and put them into like a care package.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna be like that even fucking more anal guy and be like, okay, every single start of the week and end of the week, we're gonna jump in a call because I need them to be more like me.
Yeah.
So like I need to find the right setter, and it's not to like. truthfully, experience is a good thing, but more ambition is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Once I do that, once I get one, they might be effective enough. But if I put in the work right now to building this like care package to get them to act more like me, and then put in like 2 hours of my time a week, all their job is to communicate for me. All their fucking job is to book me calls. So like the the time it's you can't even fathom the time saved from that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
So like if one of your like if that's something you're procrastinating, if it's something you know you should do, fucking delegate it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense actually. Because yeah, it's so simple. I just keep getting bogged down with hoarding tasks and then just living in my little pile of tasks as opposed to just getting them done by
Okay,
people do them.
so like say you do the plan you said today,
Yeah.
right? And Monday first thing you're gonna reach out to fucking hiring companies.
Yeah.
Because that would be a pretty fucking worthwhile investment, and they're not gonna be working over the weekend anyway, so
Yeah.
and you're definitely not gonna outbound over the weekend. So uh what else? Because that's a non-issue, really. You just
Yeah.
had it framed in your mind wrong.
Yeah. Let me let me fill up my notion. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So we've just sent out a bunch of brochures for Brilliant, and I would like to write the email to follow that up, kind of the cold email that follows up the brochure, and then also plan the cold call that's going to follow up the brochure as well the next week. So that's another
What
thing that would be,
what fucking time commitment does that take?
it's like at tops an hour.
Yeah. So like one of the things like I've got to do today is film three VSLs, which will all be about 20 minutes each, right? And then film one pre-call video. So so they kind of understand the procedure before they get in. So each one of those is about 20 minutes, probably about 40 minutes of planning going into that. So 2 hours max done.
Yeah, so it's about stopping saying I've got all this to do and actually saying, right, fucking put it in a time chart then.
But again, that will be invaluable, right? So that's 2 hours of my day to day. The pre-call video is there so that I don't have to spend the time communicating with them before the call. So I'm saving time by spending that time filming one of those. The three VSLs are again so that I don't have to spend the time talking to them before the call. They're warm, they're fucking ready to go. They know the procedure, they know what they're signing up for, they know how it works, all of that stuff. And it just means that when they get on the call, we can just fucking cook. So really, like if you look at it, I'm spending 2 hours today, right, doing that stuff. I'm then expecting every single person before I even step on a call with them to spend 40 minutes with me, to spend 40 minutes consuming my content, which is time that I don't have to spend with each one of those people.
Yeah.
So again, you can't even fucking rationalize how much time that is going to save me over the next month, 2 months, 3 months, year. Like, like you're very much still in the same framework that entrepreneurs get into, which is just trading time for money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why you have to work the 100-hour plus work week to avoid working a 40-hour work week.
Yeah.
Like if you spend time you spend time bringing back fun, having a bit of a good time today, knowing that you got good work done, set up with a couple of hiring companies, and then you did 50% less production work next week. That would give you the time to build out the trainings that you would need to get someone in and get them trained and set up. That would then also give you the time to be hands-on with them at the start. And then that would also give you the inevitable, like fucking invaluable buy-in time to or time where you could work in you, where you don't have to be in the work, when you don't have to be there all the fucking time, when you can deal with the mergers more than fucking dealing with printing a poster.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's so true, man.
So like when you're very much you've I think I said this to you last week. Like, I fucking love change. There's been so many times where I've just ripped my business apart and started like do it again.
Mm.
Like so many fucking times where I've just like gone, okay, you know what, shit, let's fucking redo it. Like, let's fucking change everything.
Yeah,
And I'll go like a week of like fucking unbelievably hard grind of like changing fucking onboarding.
Oosh. Right. Sorry about
No, it's all good. So like there's times where I just fucking rip everything apart, but I know that it's gonna have a massive time commitment for while I'm ripping it apart. But
that.
then the other side of that is gonna be better.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to spend less time doing it.
yeah,
So like honestly, I was coming on this call with the expectation of like, okay, how can we set out like be like a plan for you to take care of your like health and fitness. I think you know what you need to do. I think it's just giving yourself like the mental framework, the mental shift to be able to actually do it. I don't think you've got a consistency issue because you want to do it,
yeah,
right? I think
100%.
you just need to free yourself slightly and be like, you know what? Your purpose on this planet isn't to work in that building.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. I'd like to build out some kind of routine and then kind of a weekly goal setting that's not big, stupid, crazy ideas, but it's like, as you're saying, it's how could I do an hour less of this a week? Or how could I stick to that hourly work a week?
See if by you know what, no, I was gonna say by today, but that's pointless. See if I buy Sunday, right? Told you what you needed to do, the minimums, right? The minimums to still see progress.
Right.
I gave you that framework, gave you that to-do list. Do you think by next week you could start engineering your life to be able to fit that in?
I'd like to,
Not a
yeah.
ridiculous amount. Do you think that you would be able to commit to, let's say, let's say 3 hours per week working on your health and fitness?
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, think that's fair.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Do
I
you
think I need
think?
that. I need like I said, remember I was saying about I didn't even know I could go out for the dinner with you. Like I need that smashing up of the stone that is my like blinkers, that is my routine, my life right now. I need that to be smashed and for someone to say, "Hey, dude, you can fucking go for lunch during the day." You know what I mean? It's not all gonna die. People probably fucking get a bit of a break. That kind
I
of thing.
mean, like my goal today, I wrote it in my journals, is I'm gonna have a productive day so I can take the afternoon off because I'm working out with one of my clients, and then I want to spend a good Friday night with Amy. Um, but like I'm gonna work hard today so I can do that,
Yeah.
so I can enjoy that. But then what I said underneath that is, I know what I need to do today, so I'm gonna pull the trigger on it, but I'm gonna do it while having fun. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it, because that's worthless.
Yeah, man.
Like, see if I go into these videos, like the biggest ask I've got today is filming these video sales. See if I go, okay, I've got to fucking get these done, right? They're just not gonna land. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna be effective. It would literally just be doing it for the sake of me doing it. if I go into it with the framework of like, okay, I know exactly why I'm doing these, I know how they can help, I know how they can help the guy help me, like save me time, all this stuff, they're gonna land so much fucking better. They're gonna work so much more.
Yeah.
If I spend maybe like say it goes over the 2 hours, right? I spend another half an hour writing the script, fucking around with the lighting and the camera angles, making everything perfect, changing my clothes, like fucking really fucking getting into the nitty-gritty, but enjoy doing it. Even though it'd take me more time commitment, it would be better than just doing it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So like honestly, man, like I think like well, we've been working together for like 4 months now.
Yeah.
Like the amount of growth that you have gone through is fucking awesome. Like I think the physique that you have changed has been fucking awesome. But like there's so much more growth and so much more potential if you just get out the fucking jar that you're currently or the prison or the cage that you're currently locking yourself in.
Yeah.
Because like you have a sick physique in you. You have the life that you want and you're fucking within arm's reach. You have it all there. You have the business that you want, but then allow you to go on and focus on sales or go on to like other whatever other ventures you want. It's all right fucking in front of you if you just stopped being so in your own head.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Like the potential there is fucking huge.
I do. Yeah, I totally get it. And it's just, I'm like, shoot myself in the foot all the time. Yeah, it's mad. Makes a lot of sense. Right, I'll have to wrap up here so I can get the team going, but I'll
I'm
definitely
gonna
have
go for coffee.
fuck you. I'm gonna design it so I could also go for coffee at some point. That'd be good.
Mate, like, you know, yeah, next one day next week, right? I want you to be last in the office, plus bringing every member of your team a coffee,
All right then.
right? See how that feels. Just do that. Just create a wee bit of spontaneity, have a bit of positivity in everyone's life. Get everyone a fucking frappe, lappuccino,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
bullshit thing, and see how much more productive they are, and how much you enjoy the rift off of you increasing their energy and positivity.
100%, man. I know
Or
I'll
fucking
that's the
today,
stupidest thing.
today go and just eat and fucking just order everyone lunch and
Yeah,
see how productive your team is before 5 p.m.
crazy.
Because like shit like that is fulfilling to you.
Yeah.
It gives you energy, it gives you spontaneity. But fuck me, it'll make your team go, oh, Jack actually gives a shit about this.
Yeah, man, 100%. Jesus.
Because like my golden rule in business is go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like I will always like I'll step over boundaries. I would say the most fucking ridiculous stuff to clients. So I think that it's going above and beyond and
Oh,
helping them.
Stephen.
That for your drink came in yesterday with a couple of samples that
Amazing.
we thought it's quite suitable for you guys.
Amazing.
It's a real lightweight, 10, probably 5 to 10 weight alternative to foam, but the weight on it's kind of like a quarter of a sheet of foam.
Amazing.
So,
Thank you. I'll have a look. Cheers for that. Catch up with you soon.
Right, I'll let you peace.
Sorry, the fuck. You could have been a fucking serial killer, I'd be gone. But cool. Yeah, I've got that. You know what? The reason this is one so valuable and two, I said I hate you at the same time is because it's so stupidly obvious. I've just forgot it. I've just put it out
Yeah.
of my mind. In my head, it's like, oh, I can't do that. And I never thought. And what annoys me the most is I never thought I'd be someone that like made excuses, said I can't, like said all these things, and in one facet that's true, but then in the other facet it's like, nah, you're so that type of person. It's unreal.
Yeah.
You think that you're that not that type of person because you don't say no to work, whereas you know like you can't go and have a nice time during the week. It's just, and I was like, oh, I'll never be that type. That's not me. That's not me. But it actually is. So
Some of the biggest breakthroughs in my life have been followed by why the fuck did I not think about that before?
Yeah, like everything you say, like literally that thing about the coffee. Again, I'm not pinning things on it, but I know that's so alien to me because like the routine I'm in. But I know if I was in like if I get this flat and it's bang in town, literally there's a coffee shop over there, it makes sense, go do it, or there's a fresh bakery there, go do it. It makes everything a lot easier.
Bringing pastries into the office,
Oh,
man,
I mean,
the productivity would be fucking crazy.
so true.